Chag Sameach, and welcome to an early 5 minutes of Torah with the Beth Israel Rabbi from Israel. I just arrived earlier today with the Rav, as we are here on a solidarity mission in order to be able to see, to experience, and in order to be able to sharpen our knowledge and show our solidarity with the people of Israel and everything that is happening right now. I am here standing at the new Museum of Tolerance, as you can see in front of the Gordon and Leslie Diamond Family Amphitheater, and also just to have some ideas of what's happening in Israel. You can see to my right is a sign saying, "Bring them home now," a reminder that our hostages, that our captives are still not 100% home with us. And off to my left, you can see a sign that says, Yachad Netzach, together we will achieve victory. We will achieve victory as a Jewish people, standing together with the people of Israel. I would now like to share with you a further Devar Torah with my son Yair, who's going to share words of Torah with us, who's spending the year here studying and participating in the Nativ program, the gap year program of the conservative movement.
Shabbat Shalom. In this week's Parsha Miketz, we continue hearing the story of Yosef as he has his journey through Egypt. And so in this week's Parsha, he gives birth to two sons, Ephraim and Menashe. Now, as some of you may know, Ephraim and Menashe are the two names that are invoked in the blessing that is traditionally given to sons on Friday night at Shabbat dinner. So a common question that's asked in Jewish thought is, why do we name Ephraim and Menashe instead of the Avot, the forefathers, when they play such an important part, when for girls we do name the mothers? So one of the more common explanations that I've heard is that Ephraim and Menashe are the first two siblings, or first two brothers, to get along in Torah. Now, if you're looking at the Torah, it makes sense, because like the first death is Cain and Abel, fratricide, and then their father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all had large sibling rivalries. But I always had a bit of a problem with this answer, because for the girls, when they're blessed with the name of the mothers, we invoke the name Sarah, Rebecca, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. And as some of you know, Rachel and Leah had a very bitter sibling rivalry around who could have more kids. And in addition, Sarah and Rivka both had a lot of intrigue in their family that caused sibling rivalry. And so I found an answer that speaks to me a lot more, and that it speaks also, I think, to some of the modern challenges that we have living as Jews in Canada. So, because Ephraim and Menashe are born to Yosef, who is the second highest ranked person in Egypt, which is one of the strongest countries in the world, basically the child of the vice president of the United States. So they're born in a very, very anti-Jewish world. Here they are, the fifth generation of Jews. So how are they supposed to respond? So they respond by being part of Egyptian society, but also remaining staunchly Jewish. So much so that by the time the tribes are named and the land is divided up, instead of Yosef being a tribe, his two sons, Ephraim and Menashe, both get their own tribe. And so this speaks to some of our modern day challenges living in Vancouver. We live in an inherently not so Jewish place. We live in Canada. It's not exactly Israel. I'm in Israel right now, but most of my life I've lived surrounded by mostly non-Jews. Yet despite this, these boys have managed to adapt to the challenge. And this speaks to some of the challenges of our own life. How do we live as Jews? We have to both adapt to the society that we live in, and we have to be Jewish. Yet they managed to do it in such a way that it shows a lesson for all of us about how we can live as Jews, being proud Jews, being Jews who follow our traditions, yet still living in a modern world and not secluding ourselves. Shabbat Shalom.